Hello, and welcome to the online virtual launch and celebration of Neil Garvey's third book, JIGSAW. I'll be your host, Michael Holding, and I'm the creative director at Pod Creative. JIGSAW is an important read for all of us because it deals with a modern dilemma. Mental illness remains an invisible predicament and one that's more common than we care to think about, and yet it's very close to home. Because of the stigma that comes with mental struggles, we rarely talk about such topics, tucking them away in places where family secrets are kept. JIGSAW is an important read, perhaps in order to help you with your own struggles, or to help someone you love whom you wish to better understand. So what makes someone an expert, enough to speak authoritatively about such a baffling topic? Neil doesn't claim to be an expert, but he has been there. He has suffered through the afflictions and associated shame. He's faced the frustrations of his own denial and denial by others who failed to see it. He has suffered, but he's survived. Both the psychology and writing communities are enthusiastic about Neil's new book. Here are two reviews. First, from Dr. Laurie Dawes, noted psychologist and existential psychoanalyst and phenomenology, as well as author of Dialogues with Michael Egan, Psyche Singing. Neil Garvey provides the reader with a rare and deeply hopeful glimpse into the sensitive self's breakdown recovery rhythms. A true testament to the basic rhythm of breaking apart, breaking through, of letting the psyche sing. A passionately well-written journey to be reread, cherished, and most of all shared. And now, from Lawrence J.W. Cooper, psychometrician and the poet laureate for the Comox Valley. Neil Garvey takes us on a journey to a tormented past, gradually bringing us to a point of understanding, healing, and contentment. This is a celebration of the human soul to endure, learn, and move on. The prose and the poetry are interchangeable in form and content, demonstrating the power of poetry and poetic prose as a vehicle to going beyond thought and into deeper feelings. I highly recommend this book. A must-read. JIGSAW represents a poetic sharing by the author. Selections are from decades of piecing together his own puzzle. The book is offered to the reader in a colorful variation of poetic styles, as the author describes the world of breakdown and recovery in very human terms, while saving the reader from having to wade through psychological and medical terminology. Please note that Neil's vascular Parkinsonism slows down his speech, but as you'll see, it hasn't slowed down his thinking. Now let's listen to the author as he reads selections from JIGSAW. Here's Neil Garvey.
The title of this poem is Sunshine Boy. You smiled at your mother the moment you first saw her, and she smiled back. Your father whistled happy tunes whenever you were in his company. You were a funny boy, a sunny boy, sometimes a silly boy. Without any effort, you freely shared your laughter. You were sensitive. You were hurt easily by unkind words. You cried without tears. You were a hugger. You had a habit of squeezing mother's legs as she prepared dinner, almost tripping her. You ran to hug father when he got home from work. You were keen on stories, listening intently to Paul Wing on the radio tell of the little engine that could, and to Mother read about Uncle Wiggily. You worried that Peter Rabbit might someday be caught by Mr. McGregor. You enjoyed being outside, cold, hot, it didn't matter, building snow forts in winter, in summer, inspecting ants and earthworms in the garden, sipping rainbows from mist made with the garden hose. You learned early to shinny up trees. Your domain expanded from backyard to the end of the block. Your father had to come looking for you, finding you demanding free ice cream at the corner store. To you, the movies were magic. They introduced a new set of heroes, Robin Hood and a boatload of the good kind of pirates, feeding your need to live the life of a rogue. You and your crew of swashbucklers crossed wooden swords, leaping across store tops on Broadway Avenue, believing you were born to save the world. On your way home for supper, you whistled Tchaikovsky and Bizet, which you'd learned from records Mother gave to you. And when you ran out of borrowed tunes, you made up your own. There was always music going on in your head. Then, as you grew, you learned to question. You debated everything. You became your father's thorn to bear. Every notion was an issue. Your mother defended herself with church lectures, labeling you contrary. Without realizing, your sunshine began to dwindle. This is a pantoum called Stuff It Down. Mama says, don't make a sound when you're tempted. Stuff it down. Papa says, don't spin around. Shut your mouth and stuff it down. When you're tempted, stuff it down. Quiet one who gets the praise. Shut your mouth and stuff it down. Silently, good child obeys. Quiet one who gets the praise. Stuff it down, not up but down. Silently, good child obeys. You'll be good if you stuff it down. Papa says, don't spin around. Mama says, don't make a sound. The name of this poem is Amygdala Blues. Sweet Jesus, there's that same tune in my head. All night I've been lying here, tossing in bed. Guitar plays and drum keeps the beat. Together they jam, and I'm tapping my feet. I can't ignore it, try and I'll lose, so I'll get up and put on my slow dancing shoes. It's the same old piece I heard last night. I'll hear it tomorrow, so why should I fight? Step left, step right to the maddening tune, no matter if my pace is late or too soon. From the non-stop rhythm there's no rescue, 'cause I'm dancing the amygdala blues. Amygdala, amygdala, amygdala blues. Drum pounds and guitar tightens its screws. My head spins like I've been drinking cheap booze. Amygdala, amygdala, amygdala blues. This poem is called Skull on the Run. My skull with a brain in it is forever on the run. Wild, uncontrollable, it darts back and forth. Sounds imbalanced, driven, doesn't it? Is there an antidote, a prescription for fatigue? They say psychosis is a symptom, not a reason. Still, I wonder, is there a pill, a serum, a vaccine, an injection? Sometimes I think I'd even take shock therapy. My state is never calm. When nodding off, I'm ambushed. My grey matter's captured, then held ransom by imagination. Seems there's little use for prayer. The moments pass for yoga or meditation. The pace. There's so little forgiveness in a bizarre world of counter-relaxation, of tightening contraction, of constant synaptic flashes. Is it too late, do you think? Or is this a fixed pattern? Always at attention or seeking instant gratification? Fine food, any food, sexual pleasure. Dopamine is my addiction of choice. This not letting up, not loosening, if I could only stop it. Who told me the fiction of never giving up? My skull, led by grey matter on the loose. I've been trying a lifetime to get it to take it easy, to relax for a minute, but it won't be still long enough to listen. The name of this poem is Where You'll Find Me. After a lifetime of reading memos, only bleakness they offered. It's many years since I sought the stage. Some love the game and need to feed it, and now I find once again the call to sing and dance upon request. But find I can't muster, my nerves are shaky, my moment is past. Time to let younger hearts than mine I might have liked, but I'm too old to please, accustomed from so long heartening others, ignoring my own message. So, unused to it all, won't you excuse me from the table? I'm long overdue for some time in the forest. I've got writing to do. But if you need me, you'll find me there, sitting on a log, taking notes, as I've fallen in love once again with the world. The name of this poem is The Circle. When darkness closes in, take a breath. Look around. You'll discover you're inside a circle. It's moving around you. There's no hurry. It won't desert you. When the moment's right, you'll see the center of existence, a light full of warmth and comfort. You've always been there. The boundary is a reminder. There is no beginning, no end. It's a circle moving around you. When it seems finished, it's a sign. The end is the beginning. You're in the center. It's draped around you. There's no hurry. Take a breath. Look around. It's never too late. Only you can see. It's always been there.
Once again, thank you for joining us for this virtual launch of Jigsaw. We're hoping that you will purchase a copy of this important and insightful new book. The cost is only $12 plus shipping and tax, and to order your copy, please visit the website garvey.ca and follow the instructions. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of this book will go to support the Canadian Mental Health Association.